Hey, entrepreneurs, let's talk about wasting things on purpose as a strategy for peak productivity. If I buy a shirt and it's not quite the right size, and let's say it was a shirt that cost $32, I could spend the time trying to find the process to return that shirt. And let's say it would take me around 35 minutes by the time I found it, got the appropriate packaging, got the label, addressed it, got the proper postage, drove to the post office to send it back. Or I could give it to Goodwill. And depending on your hourly rate, if you've calculated that as an entrepreneur, what your time is worth to your business or to you, you might decide that that's actually not something that is worth your time. It might be better for you to waste the opportunity to save some money in order to get back more time. Now let's consider this in the context of a more business-like scenario. Let's say that you, as a drop shipper, person says, "Hey Todd, I'm planning on using this drop shipping this clock. I want to see if it resonates with my customers based on these advertisements, this advertising funnel that we've developed. But I don't have a customer service team to handle the refunds and the order process requests. And so I think I should probably hire some people and train them. I've done it before. I know how to do it. I even know where to find the people to hire." But then we consider the possibility that this test, because it's just a test, may prove that the clock doesn't resonate well with customers and that whole project gets shut down. In which case it would have been faster to waste the money by paying a higher fee to outsource that to an agency where there's a manager that already has the process in place to hire customer service people to fill in when somebody's sick or on vacation. And yes, you'd probably save money if you had brought that in-house, but for a short 4-week test, it's actually cheaper to waste money in order to save time by increasing the speed at which you're testing. And again, this is especially powerful and true in the scenario where discovery of the next product is the bottleneck. That's the thing that's holding you back as a company from doubling the revenue of your company, is that you're not sure what your breakthrough idea is going to be yet. Let's take it one step further. Imagine you decide to waste the speed of progress in order to maintain diversification. Why would you do that? You would only do that if you had one good stable source of income that kept the lights on and gave you the opportunity and a little bit of cash flow to be able to test new potential breakthrough business ideas. And it might be the second, it might be the third, it might be the seventh big idea that you test, business model or strategy that you test, that suddenly unlocks a much higher ROI, much higher return on effort or return on invested time, money, energy, effort. And if that's the case, then it might be a good thing to waste some of the speed you could have had by dropping everything and focusing on this one great idea. You might actually be better off to waste some of that speed in service of the higher goal of ensuring your success, making sure that it becomes a certainty that you will achieve your goal of finding a breakthrough idea, remaining an entrepreneur, not having to go back, take a job, or spend a few years saving up, licking your wounds before tackling entrepreneurship again. So in other words, what we need to do is we need to consider what is the end goal, what is the constraint that's stopping us from getting there, and what potentially could we waste on purpose in order to maximize the resources we have to address the constraint, the thing that's holding us back from achieving the end goal. So here's my challenge for you this week. I'd like you to consider what your end goal is. Why are you in business? What is your business trying to achieve for society, for security, for your family, for yourself, for the adventure that high revenue streams unlock? Whatever that is for you, that end goal, let's consider what's the constraint to achieving that. In other words, why can't you just achieve it by next Friday? Whatever the answer is to that, that's if we go down far enough, if we keep asking that question until we get to something where we say, and the reason we can't do that is because of this, and the reason we can't do that faster is because of this. Eventually you get to a place where you say, that's the root level. That's the reason we can't go faster. That's your constraint. So I want you to ask yourself, just spend some time, just 5 minutes thinking, what if I had to speed up? If I had to overcome that constraint, what could I waste? Is there anything I could waste that I've been trained to think of as waste as bad? But if I open my mind and I do some 10x thinking, if I had to go 10 times as fast at overcoming this constraint, what would I do? Take the brakes off of the idea that you can't waste things. And you might be surprised that you find that you stumble across an idea, something that is a resource within your business that you try to conserve, you try not to waste. But if you allowed yourself to waste a little bit of it, the second order effect on your business would be that it helps you achieve your goals much faster than if you were playing it conservative. Talk to you again next week.